Okay, while we're getting this set up, everyone talk.
Talking, talking, talking,
Yep, yep,
talking,
yep.
talking, talking.
Talking, yep.
Oh
Yep, yep,
God,
yep.
Homie,
Talking.
no,
Yep, up, up,
JRR
up, up,
talking.
up.
why is it doing this to me right now? Interesting.
How could this happen to me?
Linus says the hard R.
Okay,
Is it okay though?
nope. If you look at the screen right now, it's for some reason everything just got zoomed in. So
Hell yeah.
bear with me for a second. Fix this all.
While you're still fixing that, also shout outs to that fucking Murkrow. I don't know why Denna has decided to keep ramping up the arms race with Pokemon that can fuck up benched Pokemon, but I'm okay with it. Fucking 50 damage to any Pokemon you want sounds like a great fucking time to me.
Well, not only that, but there's that new trainer that you can swap out a damaged bench Pokemon.
Yeah, and I think you actually choose with that one, which is the other
Yep.
wild thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Like a
definitely make
targeted Sabrina.
yeah, basically it'll replace Sabrina for a lot of decks that do bench targeting.
So hey, no, you get the fuck back here. I ain't hear no bell.
Get over here.
This isn't
Get
a
the fuck
fucking
back
tag
here.
match. Get on over here. I ain't fucking done with you.
I'm kind of excited for that Infernape too, because it had 0 retreat cost.
Zero retreat and 2 fucking energy for what was it, like 120 damage. And
Yeah.
granted, you discard all its energy, but oh no. And
Oh
considering
no.
fire just perpetually vomits energy on itself with the right setup, you just let it sit in the back while you have some Ultra CXs fucking vomiting fucking fire energy on it.
Yep.
Oh God, I probably should organize this. This is the thing. Since I didn't need to organize for years, now it's coming back to bite me. Let's see. Just do this now. Fuck it.
Top 10 anime trails caught in 4K.
Honestly. Kills is fine. That's can leave that there. That's where it starts to get funky. Okay. If anyone's here, sorry.
Are we though?
Yes.
I don't think so. This is the behind the scenes shit people crave.
This is how the sausage is stuffed.
And the sausage is definitely stuffed.
Watch us stuff our sausages.
Hell yeah, year round. Alright, fucking shoes ordered. Let's roll the dice, see if they actually fit when they fucking arrive. It's the worst thing with fucking buying shoes online, never knowing if they actually are gonna fit or not.
It's like just buying clothes online in general.
I don't usually buy clothing online in general for that
Yeah,
very
I'm
fucking
not a huge
reason.
fan.
But I did a store run and fucking nowhere around me has anything of my size. Fucking 15 wide.
Oh, he's wide.
Oh, I'm fucking wide. Although I have lost 10 pounds. Slow progress.
Good stuff.
Just all going to my ass now.
So I got fixed there. You fixed there. Just need to find this last thing.
I also need someone to not fucking bid on this fucking item. I got a winning bid for $20 on a complete in box Pokemon TCG for fucking Game Boy Color. And so far, no one has outbid me, and there's still only like fucking 20 hours left on it. I don't want any surprise fucking snipe
We're all
bids.
waiting for you.
Fingers fucking crossed on that one, man. Would make my day.
Okay, that's about done. Okay, these are all organized now. Okay. All right, these are organized.
Also,
now
so
if-
far, no cutouts. It's wonderful.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah, but you just mentioned it, so.
True, jinxed it.
Okay, that's fixed. That's fixed now. Just fuck with these a little bit, and we're good. Let's see. Move in. This right here. Done. Okay.
So fucking sick of fucking goddamn mills.
I thought you said Milts.
No, never tired of that. No, and technically I didn't even mean Mills. I meant Senator fucking Collins. All the shit that's been going on. The only thing she's had in response is the same thing that Senator Collins always has in response, which is, I'm very concerned.
Well, at least she's concerned.
Yeah, okay.
Almost there. I need to resize these, but that's okay. Fuck it.
Okay.
Also, shout outs to Linus Tech Tips for losing one of their intelligent fucking creators.
And we're saying the hard R.
That's right. No, Emily, the creator we were talking about the other week, where we couldn't remember what her new name was after transitioning. She has left Linus Tech Tips.
Oh, for some reason I thought she had already.
No, she has now officially left them. They
Gotcha.
started to use her less in their videos because they were afraid of backlash for her existence, which is unfortunate. And then she just announced today that she's officially fully left the company.
Darn. Good for them, though.
Good for them. Now, if only Luke would leave, and whoever that weird person in their throuple is. He's like the one other fucking person that actually knows fucking Linux there.
Okay, I think that looks good for now. Fuck it. It's not perfect, but
Fuck the police.
okay.
Remember, we are straight up from the underground.
All right. All set. We're ready.
Hell yeah, you all got your shit you bought?
They got shit. So yep.
Hell yeah. I love not spending money. That's a lie.
Welcome to the Blue Reviews Podcast, episode number 282. I'm Adrian. That's David. Cal's is already out. He's done. He's over
He's
it.
fucking gone.
Um,
He realized what a
I lied, I
mistake
didn't
it
spend
was.
money.
That's fair. This is our video game podcast. We go live on Tuesdays at youtube.com/@BlueRupees. We talk about video games, but mostly we go off derails and talk about literally anything else that we want to talk about. If there's technical difficulties, apologize in advance for this because testing out the new internet that's really just the same internet as I had before, but not free anymore. But we'll see if they do silly things like how they were throttling me way back when. Remember, they would
Yeah.
not like that, so that was fun. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, what's been going on? Before we start the podcast, Kel's talking about how he has little sniffle things going on right now.
I had the flu. Felt like I was a goddamn lobster boiling alive.
Oof.
Hell
And
yeah.
now we got the sniffles.
No good.
Nah, fuck that. Sickness is for the birds.
Right. David?
Fucked up my knee. I tripped and fell like a dum-dum last night, and
Idiot.
it's been hurting to walk.
Welcome to your 30s.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still little by little getting stuff going. We have the living room is like you can walk through the living room now, which is fantastic. Progress update on the background. Got lighting mostly set up. You got to fill up some more shelves. Got my Alan Wake shelf all set up, which is cool. Halo's still there. I got 2 near shelves technically now because I got my collector's edition up there.
Good shit.
Myself on Mega Man shelf. But yeah, I'm slowly getting there. It's still a little frustrating just not being done. Like you never feel like you can just rest when you're moving and just not everything's not perfect. Finally got tired of holding off, so I just busted out the Series S and I busted out a portable monitor and I said fuck it. So I've been playing Marvel Rivals again, which is fun. We'll talk about that later.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah, Dave, let's just get into it. Kels, you didn't get anything, is that right?
I did actually.
Ooh, he lied to us.
Fucking lied.
Well,
The
I know.
bastard.
I'm a big old fibber. No, this is something I actually pre-ordered a while ago, like probably back in November, October, and I forgot all about it and just came in. There's a album that I really like. It's like a neo-funk. The person who does it is they go by Macross 82 by 99.
Oh, okay.
And this is the cassette for it.
Hell yeah.
It's actually a 10-year anniversary remix album of it. The first one was called A Million Miles Away. This one's called 10 Million Miles Away. And there's just kind of like reworkings of a bunch of the songs and a bunch of new ones that were like B-sides that didn't make it onto the original that are reproduced and put on here. And it's really good. Really like it. Like I said, it was one of my favorite albums by them and just neo-funk albums in general. I have those on cassette as well, the original re-release, and I have the 10-year. So
Plus, hard not to like a group that has Macross as part of their name.
yeah, and there a lot of weeby anime aesthetics there, of course.
Hell yeah.
And neo-funk in general, but it's really good. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
Hell yeah. David?
Hell yeah. I only got 2 things to show. I got Super Puyo Puyo for the fucking Super Famicom. Love me a good puzzle game every so often. And then I also got this because my partner is big on Power Wash Simulator, as am I. And this seems like a natural
There's a lot of Power Wash.
to fill in the gap on that. And it's called Fresh Start. And it's basically what if Power Wash Simulator was about preserving in eco environments. So it's more of the same. I mean, if you like Power Wash Simulator, she played a little bit of it today. It scratches a lot of the same itch. So if the infinite amount of DLC that Power Wash Simulator still isn't enough for you, Fresh Start is a good option.
It's a good fresh start.
And that's all I've got.
Hell yeah. Let's see. I got a few things. Or this ages ago. Finally got this. I'm excited for this.
Nice.
Hell yeah!
Millennium Puzzle. Hell yeah. This thing's sick. Excited to bust
Thing
this out
fucking
tomorrow.
Listens.
Hell yeah. Let's see.
Dude's gonna
Visited.
start playing card games now all of a sudden.
Yeah, real ones, not this Marvel Snap shit. Um, they're
You're
gonna.
getting a ton of free shit in Marvel Snap, so you might want to stick with it.
Well, yeah. They are. I was gonna say, yeah, they're compensating everyone for that time off. But I'm glad they clarified. They're like, if you use a VPN to get through, you're still getting compensated. You're good. I'm like, cool.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Grabbed this from GameStop because it was less than $20. So I'm gonna keep building that collection. So
Hell yeah.
got Like a Dragon, still building that up.
Did you see the shit GameStop was trying to do? Like, fuck, what was it? I think it was, they like tweeted something out that was like kind of inappropriate. They're like, we would never do that to you. It's like, hey, GameStop, how about you shut the fuck up?
Oh,
Read the fucking room here.
yeah. What was it? It was on their Twitter. They tweeted.
Yeah, I'm about
let's
to grab
see.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm out of the loop on anything involving Twitter at this point now. So
Maybe it's fucking taking forever.
Let's see.
I feel like he even tweeted it, like replied back. I'm like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah, I remember seeing something from someone pulling that out there. Was it the have TikTok, sell your phone?
No, it was.
Or something with the
okay, it
cards,
was-
right?
Yeah, it was about the Pokemon cards. They said we support battling Pokemon, not battling over Pokemon.
Costco do
Bloom
better.
Water- Yeah, do better at Costco.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
GameStop, fuck you.
You're
wanna talk
only
about
alive
doing
because
better?
of meme investments.
Right? Yeah, you want to talk about doing better? Ooh,
Right.
trying to open up a can of worms.
Yeah, they would love that. And then I went to my local game shop and because they had some more GameCube goodies. They have some more in today. I was gonna go, but money. But these ones I had some trading credits from trading my Overwatch statues in for. So
Oh, you trade those in?
yeah,
Good shit.
got Mega Man X collection, and then got Eye Ninja.
I haven't fucking thought of that in ages.
Right. Me and the girl there had a kind of a long conversation about collection because she and her husband are doing they both collect a lot of stuff, but they're both coming to the idea they want to collect for everything 360, so they want to collect a whole 360 collection. So they're asking like how much is 2100 games and is that fittable in a room? The way I recommended it, why is everything out of focus right now? Cool. The way I recommended it was start with mini collections and build stuff that you like instead of inundating yourself with the bullshit part of it. Because at some point, a huge collection is kind of lame if it's just stuff that you don't really care about, right? Keep it lean first, and then once you feel like you've got everything you wanted that was of note that you cared about, then start going for the full collection, right? Because it's kind of what I do with the GameCube stuff. It's like I'm still going for the heavy hitters, and then once I hit all the heavy hitters, because I'm still missing like 10 or 11 above $100 value games. Once I hit all those, then I'll start collecting all the little piecemeal things here and there. Because I don't want to fill my collection with a bunch of like $4 or $5 games. It just fluff.
Two things real quick. One, we did have the cut again there.
Huh. I didn't see it.
And then 2, speaking of which, my boss is unpacking up all his GameCube shit either this week or next week. So I will give you a heads up on what's there.
It's time.
I know that he does at least have complete in box Pokemon XD Gale or Darkness. He did confirm that at least.
That's all you, because
So
I
I don't
got
know
that.
if that's one you're missing.
Nope. I can list you off the top really quick because I like going through these and seeing where I am at.
And Cubivore is still a question mark. He thinks he might have that one. Complete in box.
Yeah, that's the one that's stressing me out. Let's see. Yeah, Cubivore is still the biggest non like, well, no, fucking Disney Sports Basketball now is, which is fucking ridiculous. Disney Sports Basketball is literally now, I think it might have gone down. It's only $1,000.
Only,
Not too
he
bad,
says.
Yeah. Besides that, Cubivore is my next one. That's the largest value. That's not like some double pack or Pokemon box. After that, NCAA basketball, which is $300. Interesting.
Jeez.
I didn't realize Gale of Darkness is $200. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got up there. I guess that's one of the Pokemon games you just can't play anymore.
No, and it sucks because if you didn't have that, I was thinking of grabbing it, but I can't justify grabbing a $200 game right now.
Yeah. I do have that though, so if you ever get an inch for that, then go for it. I don't think I have Zatch Bell. Zatch Bell's $165.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that I don't think I have that. I do think I have Code Veronica, which is 155. Or do I not? I have one of them. It might not actually be Code Veronica. I do have Code Veronica. I don't have one of the Resident Evils. I remember that. Disney Sports Football is getting up there for some fucking reason. It's $150 now. I better grab that soon
Holy
before
fuck.
that fucking starts shooting up for no goddamn reason. It's so crazy, these prices. I feel like some of them plateaued, but some of them just trickle up little, dude. Ultimate Muscle, I feel like I bought for like $100 or $90 is $140 now.
That makes a little more sense.
Animaniacs, $140.
Fucking hell.
No shot. Hold up. Oh shit, the fucking Sonic games shot up.
Did they really? Oh, Sonic 3, that makes sense.
Shadow the Hedgehog Player's Choice is $120.
Fucking hell.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is $120.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog, even without, why is Player Choice more expensive? That's weird. Shadow the Hedgehog,
I think there's extra content.
I don't think so.
Usually Player's Choice either have bug fixes or additional content.
Yeah, that gross yellow thing on the top, though. Fuck that. Regular one's $114.
Fuck, even the PS2 version's like fucking $77 right now. What the fuck?
Yeah, I probably should have seen that coming. I didn't. But I'm all set on that front. I got all my Sonic games.
Fuck, I held off because Shadow was in such abundance. I was like, I'll grab that for like $10 at some point. Fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, no.
Also, did finally watch Sonic 3.
Okay, yeah.
Fucking fun film.
Hell yeah,
Absolutely
dude.
had fun.
Is it not like just like a really good time to be like, oh, they listen to the fans? Fantastic.
Yeah, 100%. What I had a lot of fun with that. Was not expecting it to be what it was, in all honesty.
Did you see the clip that's been making the rounds today for the commentary track on it?
No.
It's specifically the part with the meme about Shadow liking Latinas. They said that they're like, yeah, we're aware of the meme. That's why we put it in there. It's like, oh, okay.
I
And they
fucking
said
love that.
They said that there's more that got not just that, but more memes and stuff throughout the movie that they had to cut out just because it like derailed the whole movie and just like
That's so
spiraled.
funny. Like the fucking meme turned into a small like C plot for them watching a telenovela just for him to be like, "You're better than that. Don't fuck both of them." Oh my god. I fucking
Also, that was amusing casting because I was not expecting. Fuck, his name is escaping me right now. But one of the characters in Ted Lasso to be there. Fucking, I don't remember what the actual actor's name is. But that was a fun surprise.
Yeah. But yeah, I love it. The ratio that they're doing, right, is like they don't need to like get rid of the human characters altogether. I think that amount they had was fantastic.
No.
Good.
It was perfectly balanced, in all honesty. Like Eggman always should be there to some degree, unless they want to move on. Which obviously we'll start getting into more Metal Sonic and the new Ultimate Being at some point. I imagine.
Has Kels already seen it?
No, but I got the post credit spoiled for me last week while we're here on Twitter.
Oh, well.
Okay. I'll say less then, but
yeah, I'll say less. Do you go check it out though? Had a fucking blast with that.
hell yeah.
If nothing else, it also reaffirmed my partner how much she loves Knuckles.
Hell yeah. But yeah, just let me know what list of games is. There's a good chance like I've got most of them, if not all of them, but I don't know, man. Cube of War, that's calling to me.
That's the one he's 90% sure he has.
90% sure he has.
He's 90% sure he has. The problem is that it's been so long since he's looked at his childhood games. But he was the age where Cube of War would have been in his collection.
What does that mean? Like
my boss is 25.
Right, but we're talking about like an obscure ass fucking like game.
Yeah, but that's like a kid. That's a baby game. That probably was in there.
So so you gotta see you're hitting me for a roller coaster right now. Okay, let's rewind for a second. He's not sure if he has his actual game, but he says like from the cover and looks of it, there is a chance I have perhaps had that in my collection.
Yes.
Okay, that's not a 90% chance. Like if he said that, that's ridiculous. Like I hope it is. That's fantastic. But to like look at the cover and be like, yeah, I probably have that. It's fucking insanity. Yeah, David's leaving. This has to be weird. It's so I don't understand this. I am dropping.
I mean, he has unmedicated ADHD, so I don't know off the time, but
fair. I dropped for 0.2 frame. I don't know what's going on with that though. That's weird. David, you jinxed it though. That's to be fair. Like.
To be fair, I think we were perfectly fine until we started actually going live. Is the problem?
Yeah, but I don't understand what the issue is.
Maybe the problem is you don't have a gig symmetrical. Is the problem?
I have a gig down.
Yeah, but up is what matters.
I have like 40 up now. I think. Let me go check.
That's nothing.
That's what I had. That's literally what I had the entire time we had this podcast.
40 is barely fuck all. What the fuck?
40 is literally what we've been doing this podcast on for 5 years.
Well, then you configured it wrong. I don't know what to tell you.
It's literally had the same configuration.
Also, now you're sharing with another person
who watches maybe like or listens to like an audiobook once a day. She's not even here.
I mean, clearly her 11 cats are listening to various things right now.
Yeah, I'm hitting 40 up. My down has taken a hit though, which is weird.
I think it's time for you to get real networking equipment. Do what I do. Spend $1,000 on fucking networking equipment.
When you speed of me, does the download speed get affected when you're doing stuff, or is it like you have to like pure? Is it better like pure like on restart when there's nothing going on?
No, it's meant for live testing, so it will be impacted when you're doing stuff.
Okay. And
the idea is it chooses it defaults to a location further away so you can get an actual test of latency.
Interesting. Yeah. So like I've had 900 the last like handful of times. It hit me with currently at 250 down.
Well, how about you hit it with a lower bit rate?
I'm at 5K, and literally every other podcast that we did before I moved was 65K.
Have you ever considered that maybe something was better about the wiring at the other place?
Yeah, it was free.
The wire, that's interesting because I used a 100-foot Ethernet cable at the last place versus now
I mean, like
it's literally.
specifically the actual house wiring for it.
I mean,
Did they update the wiring when they set up? The new
I don't
internet?
own this house, and I've that is not a question for me.
So you weren't there when they installed the new internet?
No, so they had Xfinity before, and then they transferred over to something else, and so I got Xfinity, and just got serviced by activating it.
Right, but when you went back to Xfinity, did they come out and change
No,
the internet?
but
again?
there was also never really anything connected to that wiring anymore. They were using some like 5G internet.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. So it's literally the last thing that would have been on that internet would have been Xfinity. So there was really no change to it other than I just plugged my stuff back in there. I can measure on some of the wires, but that I don't know. That's just weird. But yeah, no. Now it's literally I'm in the room that the internet would go into, like is hardwired to the modem, and I straight
what
have.
cat number and what length of cable is it right now?
I have to check. I'm pretty sure it's Cat 6.
Okay, Cat 6 is rated for max capacity up to 100 feet. So,
Oh, you know what? So next podcast, I'll try using the 100-foot cable. Just even though I'm literally modem is right here, as opposed to being in my living room last time, and it's next to a window too, which is interesting. But I will use the cable like that. Maybe that cable is just better. But yeah, I literally had a 100-foot Cat 6 Ethernet cable that ran through my entire house.
yeah, because that's what my house is wired with, and you've seen the fucking mess of wiring in my house.
Right.
And it's all Cat 6 because it's usually good for 100% accuracy up to 100 feet.
Right. I'm just curious as to because literally every other time I've had this PC on, it's been about 1 gig down. But even so, even like worst case scenario, like I have 0.4% dropped frames. That shouldn't be affecting this as well. I don't know. We'll be testing more stuff down, obviously, but that's so weird.
Maybe next time we try out that other platform you were curious about.
Let's try a few more times here just to make sure, because I would hate to like spend all this time to go to there and then it's the same shit, you know?
Fair.
So, maybe we do a test stream or something like this weekend or something and just fuck around with things.
Maybe we fuck around and we find out.
That's true. So, oh, you know, David, you'll appreciate this story. Actually, now it reminds me. So esports for my work, right? They're so stingy on adding things. Like they're just, we had a clinic, right? They had to get all the coaches in there to kind of tell them everything. Like, all right, here's like the expectations or whatever, yada yada. And it's so funny because like they're barely still like dragging their feet, but almost finally approved Overwatch 2. But now we're like, Marvel Rivals is the thing, and they're like, guys, we worked so hard to get Overwatch 2. I'm like, you guys, we missed the boat. It's like every kid wants to play Rivals now. Like Overwatch is like gone, unfortunately.
Dead as hell.
Like it's hard convincing these guys, like, hey, it's not just like basketball, throw ball at hoop. It's like games are on a rotation. If you're not on it, you're not on it, and you're missing out a lot of potential. But they don't get it, which whatever. But this semester, I told you last year, they added Street Fighter 6, right?
Yeah.
And so my top player in Smash, he was like, hey, put me down for Street Fighter 6. I'm like, all right, I'm down for that. And then I put him in there and didn't realize that it was another 3v3 format, like Smash. I thought it was a 1v1. I was like, all right, cool. And then yeah, he needs 200 people to join him. I'm like, oh fuck. And our first game was today, and I was like, we don't have enough people. So I'm like, I'm probably just gonna throw some other people, just any other person in esports around. I'm like, I want to toss you in the game. You're not gonna know what you're doing, but whatever. But that was my second, my like, I don't want to say like my top or best because this guy's also amazing at Smash 2. He's getting there. He's sophomore. He's already like keeping up with me now. So I'm like, all right, by the time you're graduating, you should be beating me. Like that's no problem. But he's always kind of in a funk. He doesn't really know what to play. Sometimes he's getting burnt down on Smash because I tell these kids, I'm like, you gotta play other things. Like you play one thing forever, you're gonna
Yeah.
get burnt out on it. Like
Even the pros don't play just one thing; they constantly hop.
actually, I don't know actually. Like, the pros are making money though, right? But at least at this
I
level,
mean, fair. Pros are following money, but at the same time, like, I feel
a semi-pro level, like if you're like moderately bubbling up there, then maybe. But I do know some people like grind. Like and I say this because our time that we just a little bit of history for me and David was we did podcasting way back in like 2000s, like we like nines to like 12s, I think I want to say 12 or 13, and then we sort of went MIA with each other, and that's when I started doing Smash like competitively.
Yeah.
So the hiatus that we took from talking to each other, I was doing Smash, and that was like all I was doing. But even then, like I as a person just cannot just, even though I put thousands of hours in Smash 4, I can't just play that game. I have to do other things. Like I have to do other things. There's not one where I can just grind on that. But they're like young, you know, so they're like on that grind mentality, which is great. We're also 2-time champs right now, you know, so don't overburn yourself on that. Like we can afford to like give ourselves a little levity to be like, hey, pedal off a little bit. We're good. Let's reset our brain and do something else, right? And then that means we'll just I would hate for us to like get burnt out while the competition is catching up to us, you know, and then like we just plateau and they just walk past us, right? And we're burnt out of this game and we can't improve. So I'm like, I'd rather we just take the break at the beginning of the season and then come back at it. But anyway, he's been playing a lot of Elden Ring. He plays a ton of fucking Smash. He's really into Rivals. But he's like kind of like he's kind of always like a little weird on the mental, where he's like kind of burnt out and not, and then he has those times where when he gets in a bad mental for Smash, he just caps out and it's tough to get him back in. But I just told him, I was like, hey, play Street Fighter today. He's like, I don't want to. I'm like, just try it. He's like, I was like, look, just do it for today, so that way we don't just like have to like forfeit, and if you hate it, you hate it. But I was like, I think you'd like it though. Like, the cool thing with fighting games and Smash, like even though like Smash is a party game and stuff like that, fighting games all share that fundamental side of it, you know, where it's like you're still having to do the neutral, right? You still have to do neutral. You still have to like,
and especially Street Fighter. So many fighting games use Street Fighter as like the base default template of how they function.
Right. Street Fighter is the king of that, right? And I'm just like, there's a lot of things that carry over that you would know from Smash into Street Fighter. I mean, the whole thing, I mean, you have to learn the whole entire control scheme, right? But like the basics of like what your character needs to do is gonna win out, right? You're poking people at that. The corner or the edge of the screen is pretty much like the ledge in Smash, where you put them in there and you just don't let them leave. Like that's how you win. And so like little by little, I was talking to him throughout the day, and then he was like, all right, I'll play it. I was like, cool. And I was like, you know, I think you'd like this. And so I sat down and I was like, all right, cool. I got him on board. I was like, I need one more person. So I looked at one of my people playing Fortnite who's brand new in this year. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to make you play Street Fighter. He's like, okay. He's like, I never played this game before. I'm like, that's fine. I just need someone to just step in so we don't lose. He's like, okay. But as I'm telling him that, one of the girls, the new girl that just came in today, who's the sister of one of my other players who came in from last week, she just walks in and she's waiting on me to finish the conversation with him. I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, she goes, I played Street Fighter before. I'm like,
hell yeah.
Oh, all right, you want to play? She's like, yeah. I'm like, cool. I was like, all right, buddy, you're off the hook. Go play Fortnite. He's like, cool. But then I asked her, I'm like, so what Street Fighters have you played? She goes, I played the first one. I'm like, the first one? Yeah, the really janky old one. I'm like,
what the fuck?
Huh.
Hell yeah. All right. Based.
I had the weirdest reaction to that, because I'm like, there's like,
I don't like, how do you react to that?
There's 5 options you could have said with that game, and you picked the one that I just never considered.
Like, you could have just said, let's go, Justin, and be like, all right, I know what you're about. But no, you're like, no, you know that one that had the pressure pads that actually determined the strength of the attack? I played that one.
Yeah, she's like the really janky old one. And I'm like, okay, that carries nothing into this one, but that's fine with me. We'll try it. So we had to actually reschedule it for tomorrow because we had more fucking, or Thursday, because we had more fucking computer issue, which is annoying. I feel like tech issues revolve around my life sometimes. But yeah, like I sat down. We watched some Evo highlights from last year or from 2023 and 2024, and the guy the one that was like iffy to play, he's like, all right, like, and he's like, I was like, do you know any characters? He's like, no. I was like, what play style do you want to play? I was like, aggressive, and I was like, pick Cammy, and he was like, okay. And I showed him Punk playing Cammy, and he's like, hey yo, this is kind of sick. I'm like, Street Fighter 6 is really well built. It's my first Street Fighter that I actually started playing, and it's hype as fuck. Like, yeah, like Street Fighter 5 lacked in a lot of places, but Street Fighter 6 is still fun to watch. Like, it's
Yeah, I wish I gave more time to Street Fighter 6. I did enjoy our time with it.
I'm down to play
I
again.
just
I know you. I mean, it's crossplay, so I know you don't want to do it on PC, which I get, but it's crossplay. And I have to get back into it now. Like that, I was kind of like wondering, was like, is any kids
yeah.
gonna go into? So I have to start learning everything again. But I don't know. I've said this to you guys and Kel, I stand by it.
Assistant Coach David here to help.
Yeah.
My 30 years of hating Street Fighter, but always being stuck playing Street Fighter.
It's a good
here
Street
to help.
Fighter though. Like
It's a solid Street Fighter. It's definitely better than 5. I have like it's one of those things that honestly, in retrospect, I'm like, maybe we're too harsh on 4. Like,
everyone does that
think
though.
with
Everyone
age,
does that though.
Yeah.
It's always like a honeymoon period, and then they hate it, and then all of a sudden later on they're like, you know what?
I mean, Third Strike is still peak of the
Sure.
franchise. Let's be honest. But I still I do get the itch because I keep looking at all the fighting games.
Here's the thing.
on my
I
shelf
get
over
the itch for
there.
fighting games at all times, anytime. You can be like, "Hey, Kelly, you want to play a fighting game?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah,
Dude." And I'm gonna say this, and Kels, I know you disagree with me, which is so funny because if you told me 2 years ago I'd be saying this, I would never believe you. But like, I just didn't connect with Tekken 8 as much as I wanted to, and for some reason
Same.
I know, dude. If you told me like 2.5 years ago you're gonna like Street Fighter 6 more than Tekken 8, I'd be like, what the fuck are you on? Like, that's fucking weird. Because I was not a Street Fighter person. I'm still not gonna say I'm a Street Fighter person because I've only played that one. But I don't know. I think, and I'm not trying to put it on David, but I think the fact that I had to hold off for David for like a month, and I missed that like first month out the gate of just people playing and experimenting with Tekken. And I came back, and when I did finally play Tekken, everyone kind of knew their shit a little bit. I'm like, oh fuck, all right, I'm getting kind of fucked right now. I feel like I kind of missed the boat at launch, but I'll still give it a shot. Like I still fuck with Tekken 8 a bit, but it just it just didn't connect with me as much as I wanted it to, and I still hope it does. But I don't know, dude. Tekken 6 is, or not Tekken 6. That Street Fighter 6 is just fucking hype as fuck. It just, whenever I see stuff in that, I just pop off in it. And yeah, we're just all hanging around there, watching Street Fighter Evo highlights, and it was just so good, dude. I look at her, I'm like, hey, you know what you should do is you should just like research the roster and see what kind of characters you like. And she was on her phone. She's like, that's already what I'm doing. I'm like, fantastic. I'm in. I'm
way ahead of you."
I'm so in, dude. And I was telling my student who gets burnt out a lot. I'm like, I think a fighting game would do you well because you need a palate cleanser from Smash sometimes, but also fighting games just share that fundamental strategy that will keep your brain moving enough that you can be like, all right, what should I be doing in these games, right? Like, what should I be like constantly learning? You're not just like taking a break off of that game entirely. You're still keeping your fun D's up in that game. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I need to get the other characters that came out for it too.
Yeah, I have them all on Xbox. I need to download them all on PC though, because I want to play on PC.
Ooh, Capcom Lunar Sale.
Oh, is the DLC on sale?
Yes, they are.
Oh, how much season passes?
35% off, so they're $20 instead of 30. Yeah,
Oh, Humble
well,
might be
season
cheaper,
one
right?
Yeah, that's true too.
Let's see,
Oh,
Humble.
lame. Yeah, it's only this year 1 character pass. Year 2 is not on sale.
Yeah, those bastards.
Sons of bitches.
Where is Street Fighter 6 Year 1?
But yeah, I'm always down to play fighting games.
Hell yeah.
I didn't play enough of Street Fighter 6 to get like mechanically good, but I mean, if I play it enough, I can get good at it. I can pick it up.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I have to. I definitely, when I went back to the combo trials, I was getting myself like I couldn't do the shit that I was doing like a year ago, which is annoying. But that's like stuff you have to like burn into your brain mechanically, you know. But yeah, no, I had so much fun with Street Fighter 6. I'm happy. I mean, I put 110 hours in that game. Um, so I'm totally down to keep that going, keep that ball rolling on that. But to be fair, to make you feel better, Kels, my one player who was gung ho, who's the one that wanted to play Street Fighter 6, he also is very much a damn. I wish it was Tekken though.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't know. There's just something about a 3D fighter that I just enjoy a lot more than a 2D.
The juggles just hit, dude. Like it's so cool seeing juggles, but it's I don't know. I think the aggression just felt like a little bit too mashy for me, but I don't know. I'm gonna try play some more over time.
It's one of those things that for me.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, my sorry. No, you go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say I just want to get back into it because I still haven't tried out like Heihachi and stuff. I really want to see how he plays. I think it would be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
And for me, like when it comes to the 2D versus 3D, like I always prefer a 2D fighter. Partially just because I feel that pixel art 2D fighters are peak of the genre, and partially also just because of the fact that I feel like it's a lot easier in the brain to kind of register what's going on. In a 3D fighter, there's a certain weight to it that every 3D fighter you kind of have to recalculate the weight. Whereas I feel like most 2D fighters, it's super streamlined the weight you can expect out of character interactions. But you know, if you go like from a Virtua Fighter to a Tekken to a Soul Calibur, the weight of everything is different in each one. Whereas, you know, if you play a Third Strike, you play a Street Fighter 2 Hyper Turbo, you play fucking Skullgirls, you play a Marvel 2, there's a certain underlying level of feeling that all relatively feels the same in character weight.
I don't know. I kind of get that in Tekken. Like, if you're some guy that's played Jin since Tekken 3, I mean, you're gonna know Jin throughout like the various sequels that come out. I mean, to an extent.
Yes, but no. Tekken does change up tools a lot.
I don't feel like it's that big of a difference.
I mean, playing Lily in 8 is a lot different than playing Lily in 7 even.
Sure, but if you played Lily at all,
you have an idea of it though.
It's you're gonna know what to do.
Same thing like in Smash, right? Like Melee, Mario is obviously like that, but you got the same moves, and that's how, and I kind of agree with Kels because like Eddie is just always carried over, even if like the game as a whole.
Yeah,
it's definitely different.
Roll your face on the controller.
You're gonna know what to do. You just have to figure out how to get there. Essentially,
right?
Like King, he's the grappler. You're gonna chain grapples. Okay, how the fuck do I do that in this game? Figure it out. Cool. I know what the fuck I'm doing here. I'm not trying to poke mid range or do shit that he's not supposed to do. I know how to play the character. I just have to relearn how this game contextualizes it.
Fair.
All right, I got the DLC for fucking Street Fighter.
Ooh, yeah, I need to do that.
Yeah, with Humble and the Humble Plus thing, it was like $16.
Oh shit, that's not bad.
Yeah, so I'll take that. That's fine.
Speaking of fighting games, I can't wait for Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic for that, honestly.
Yeah, I think Revo like officially launched for Steam or something recently as well.
God, Street Fighter Year 2 Ultimate, or no, it's Year Old Ultimate. Hold up. Let's say
yeah,
Jesus
5
Christ.
Revo launched on the 27th.
All right. That 20% off helps a little bit, actually.
Truly, the unsung hero of Humble is the fucking sales.
Well, it's that extra
subscribed to it for
it's
so
that
long.
extra bonus, dude. Like that pushes me over for a lot of things. Even retail, right? Like I was able to, like I'm looking at this right now. Actually, Street Fighter Year 2 Character Pass, $30. I'm like, oh fuck that. But $24,
Yeah, no, 24. Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah,
Oh,
30. I'm like, I'll wait.
yeah.
It really is a good. The extra 8% incentivizes me all the time. I always look for stuff on Humble first.
Yeah, itch is where my default is to now, and then I'll go to Hummable after that.
Totally fair. Where was I at with that? But yeah, so we're doing Street Fighter, which is gonna be fun. So I'm definitely down to do some fighting game streams once we figure all this shit out. Yeah, and is that all I got? I think that's all I got. Oh no, I got one more thing.
A new car.
so much
Brr.
shit I gotta pick up. I picked this up because my friend showed me they had this. It's an Alan Wake book.
Is it like a novelization of the game?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
It's a novelization, but it also has like let's see if I can find one really quick. There was one. It's also got some like manuscript pages in there too,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. Yeah, it's funny because I need to find a copy of Control. 'Cause otherwise, that shelf looks like an Alan Wake shelf and not a Remedy shelf like I would like it to be. But yeah. Oh, I did. Actually, do I have that too? I think I have that too. Where would that have gone just now? Oh yeah, I got one more thing. Let's see. Speaking of books, and we gave this guy a shout out last week. I got it now. I got the David Lynch book.
Nice.
Yep.
'Cause I heard really good things about it. So, shouts to the big guy out there. All right. Kels, what'd you play this week?
Well, whenever I was coming out of my sick slump, I, of course, was getting into some of the, was it Lunar New Year event for Marvel Rivals.
Hell
Playing some knockoff Rocket League. Some Lucio Ball at
If you want
home.
to do that after this podcast, because I would like to knock those out. I'm gonna do that anyway after the podcast. I'm down.
For sure. Try to get some of those knocked out. Yeah, I think it's entirely dependent. Some people are like ridiculously good at it, and sometimes like you'll pass right through the ball, like it won't attach to you or whatever. I don't know. I've had some bullshit, but it's fun. It's a cool little change of pace mode. It's really cool that they're already throwing shit like that in.
I love that it's a Lucio Ball ripoff too. Not like
Yeah,
that's a ripoff, obviously, but like it's like yeah, no, they're gonna do exactly what you did.
Yeah, we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it with like 3 different characters instead of just one.
Yep.
Diabolical.
Been playing a little bit like the new maps and stuff. It's been interesting.
Yeah, I really like that New York map, the Midtown map. It's really
Yeah.
interesting.
And then what else have I been doing that's new on there? It's definitely a little. I mean, I'm just being picky, right? But it's like it's 60 frames. It runs. It's fine. But yeah, I definitely missed the 120 on the Xbox and doing that. Also, this weird bug on Series S only, which happens to anyone not playing on Series S, where the highlight clips are all in Japanese.
What the fuck?
Nope.
That's
So
awesome.
no idea. So like, it doesn't say MVP. It has like the Japanese lettering on there. I don't know. I looked it up. I was like, is there a weird setting that I clicked? And there was some Reddit thread where everyone said that, yeah, it's happening to me. I'm also on Series S. I'm like, interesting. I don't understand why. Cool. Got an ace with Moon Knight. So we're back, boys. We're in. Feels good.
Back at it.
Hell
Never
yeah.
left.
Back to the lab again.
Dave, been playing anything?
I almost ran through the entirety of Phoenix Wright in one day. Almost
It's good,
done that
dude.
game. It's kind of one of those things that I played the Phoenix Wright trilogy back when it was just a trilogy a lot when I was younger. And fucking going through it now, it's such a wild experience to go back to it. I adore Phoenix Wright. I feel like the series got to like a weird point that maybe it's just because I didn't like the change of switching over to Apollo.
I'm excited to try that because I'm excited to see how that actually worked out. Because I know a lot of people didn't like that, but I think everyone's talked it down so much, I'm probably gonna not mind it.
When I was younger, I hated the change, but it's kind of one of those things I am excited to go back to it now because as I go back and I think on things, one of my biggest issues was I hated how Phoenix was in the Apollo games because it felt like a betrayal of what Phoenix was up to that point. But I was talking with a buddy of mine, and they pointed out the fact that Phoenix hadn't changed. It's just he was kind of taken to his inevitable extreme. And when I kind of re-put my brain into that
I'm
mindset,
excited.
I was a little bit less harsh on it.
Interesting. I'm excited because
So
I've got through Justice for All before. I got through about two cases into Trials and Tribulations, and I stopped. But I have no context as to why we swapped to Apollo. So I'm excited to get to that
okay.
point.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm also excited because I'm gonna just eventually plow through all the Phoenix Wright games over time because I've played the first Miles Edgeworth game, but I haven't played the second one, and I haven't played any of the great Ace Attorney games.
I heard the second
the
Miles
ones
Edgeworth
that
was a
are
lot better
past.
too.
Ooh, that makes me
I
kind of
heard
excited.
I heard Miles Edgeworth was like, oh, all right, but they nailed it on the second one I've heard.
But truly, having them all on Switch, fantastic platform to have the entire fucking franchise on. And again, shout outs to Capcom. As much as I do think Capcom still has a long way to go in improving themselves as a company, I think that them slowly resurrecting a lot of their series on modern platforms is a good way to go. Between having PS4 and Switch releases, again, give us Breath of Fire, you fucking cowards. I need a Breath of Fire collection. But aside from that, it is great to have that.
Hell yeah.
But that's really the only thing I've been playing. It's been patch week and a bunch of other unfortunate server nonsense for me. So haven't had a ton of time for games, but this past weekend I just fucking barreled through the majority of the first Ace Attorney game. So
Oh yeah. I might go through Justice for All after this podcast too. I think once I'm done with that, I'm feeling in a gaming mood tonight, so that might happen. Let's see. I think literally I just went through Marvel Rivals. I've been so busy still that not had time for games, but it's been nice to go through and start knocking some of that out. Got that season pass. Been chipping away at that now, even though I'm way behind on that.
Hey, it doesn't matter. You can complete it whenever you feel like, dude.
I know, dude. That's how they get my money, dude. Like I bought every Overwatch 2 season pass until the one time when I forget why, but I was just so busy and I couldn't get it and I couldn't finish in time. And I was like, cool, I'm out. No,
I bought one, and it was only because like I just happened to have played it enough to I completed it. So I was like, okay, I might as well just buy it so I can get all the shit for it.
yeah, I do appreciate when the season pass at least say like, hey, you did all this, that's fine. But yeah, no, once I didn't complete that one, I'm like, cool, I have no reason to complete this anymore. I'm done.
Yep.
So, but yeah, Halo and our rivals, I just don't see a reason why not to. I'm like, oh, I'll do it eventually. Why not?
Yeah, I'll get there.
Absolutely, especially because there's sometimes where I'm sure I'm this. I'm sure there'd be times where I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna have time to finish this one, but then other times where I'm like, damn, I'm done with the season pass already. It's only like halfway in. So
Right, or there might be something spicy in there that you want, so you just grind through it to get that one thing or whatever.
Yup. But yeah, let's talk news. What's been going on that front?
hell yeah. The only thing I wanted to cover real quick, shout outs to the wildness that is Meta. We already knew that with this whole new regime going on in the world, whether you're for or against, that's for you to decide, we'll say. But it is fascinating that since this new switchover in regime, Meta has finally decided that discussions of Linux are forbidden on Facebook and Instagram and a lot of other platforms that they own, which is fascinating to see. Because the only reason I can think for that is they want you where government agencies have a lot more access and control over. So no, fuck off. That's fucking wild. The second you start labeling Linux distros as unsecure virus environments, fuck right on off. Absolutely get the fuck out of the hilariously cruel irony of the fact that 80% of fucking Meta's servers are Linux based.
It's not saying it's a bad thing, but it's so funny to see what everyone's breaking point is, though.
I mean, I was already fucking done with it to the point where I stopped using the platform, but I hadn't
Right.
deleted my account yet. But definitely them starting to block Linux was definitely my like, all right, I'm fucking deleting this, because before I was like, I use Marketplace enough to like find fucking deals to where I still kind of want to go ahead and keep an account just for that. As well as I did have like 2 or 3 family members that only use fucking Facebook to reach out to me. I basically told everyone that you have a week to fucking add me on Signal if you actually care about communicating with me. Otherwise, I'm fucking getting rid of this and I don't care.
There's that weird stuff. I think them just full on saying, yeah, we're gonna have AI profiles. They'll talk to you. I'm like, interesting. I'm not deleting anyone's profile. I'm writing it all to the end, dude. I want to see the chaos at the end. I'm good.
No, absolutely not. It all fucking goes.
Yeah, I wish I could be like that, but alas, I'm always more really curious and always wanted to just jump in for things. It's fun.
Well, as another piece of news, and it relates to Meta, you can go bed happy that they're getting disturbed in their AI sector. Have you been keeping up with the
Yes. Oh
What
my
happened
god,
there?
fucking shoutouts to Nvidia for losing almost 600
Yeah.
billion in revenue.
Shout out to China for doing the funniest shit possible and undercutting everyone.
Holy
Oh,
fuck.
what
All
happened
right.
there again? I
So-
think I saw
so-
like some passing about it.
Well,
Yeah.
it all started whenever OpenAI started doing Chat GPT, and it kind of caught everyone by surprise. And I think the big thing was a lot of firms in China were like, "Wait, what the fuck?" And they all pretty much like pedal to the metal, and this is them catching up.
Well, it's funny because so the TLDR is there is a version of AI assistant software.
Oh no.
They're catching on. They don't want him to speak.
Exactly. Nvidia silenced this man.
Yeah,
Tweaks.
David,
And
you
it
got silent really at the very beginning of
right.
that story.
Okay, so show us again. So a TLDR is that Meta and Nvidia and any other company with AI technologies, Microsoft, got fucking wrecked because China did a fork of a free open source software variant of AI technology based on Llama, which is the technology in question. And they did it in such a way that the optimizations run faster than any other commercial AI program. It does results faster. The resource overhead is so much smaller, and just everything about it is 90% functionally better than all paid fucking AI programs that Nvidia straight up lost almost 600 billion in investment because they're like, oh, fuck American AI, China AI better.
Yeah, because that's what's so fucking funny about it too. Because they just like, I was just reading, they had like 200 billion to just like one company alone, and then and then all of this came out.
Because here's the fucking thing that gets me with a lot of it. Because I am in the tech sector, that is my day job, and I also follow a lot of other tech things just for amusement and my own personal growth, whatnot. And there's a lot of people that do give DeepSeek is the name of the AI software in question here. Shit, because of the fact that it does have some censorship. If you ask DeepSeek about Tiananmen Square, you're gonna get no results.
Bro, it's not to
But,
detour, not to
however,
detour, but or to derail, but holy shit, like that whole like Zoomer where they're like on there, and then like I straight up saw like one of the Zoomers denying it happened. I'm like, holy fuck, this is fucking wild, dude.
I mean, Canadian Zoomers today apparently had a big issue where they're like, the Holocaust wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Maybe the Holocaust was over exaggerated. To which all of us that grew up with that still beaten into us of the horrors of that shit, because we still grew up with people that had lived through that shit.
Right.
What a wild time, dude. I can't help but just like not just like feel like this is just all. I gotta laugh at it somehow.
It really is wild that it is only about 100 years that removes you from a serious major event. You're like, yeah, maybe it wasn't that bad.
Right. Anyway, sorry, continue.
But yeah, so there's a lot of people trying to dismiss DeepSeek just because of the fact that it does have some of the usual Chinese censorship, but however, let's not act like American software, especially by these big funded companies, doesn't do their own version of propaganda or censoring.
Yeah, I can't call someone a fucking idiot on Facebook without getting my shit removed.
Exactly. So you can't mention Linux without fucking it putting you in timeout. I tested it myself, did confirm. So it's one of those fascinating things where it's like, it's hilarious to see all these companies who basically thought that they're like, okay, if we just corner the market and if no one else can compete with us, we'll just make a fuck ton of money perpetually. And then China was like, oh, hey, no, remember TikTok? We showed you before. We understand how algorithms work. Do we need to show you again how algorithms work? Cool. Let's do it again and show you how fucking algorithms work. And everyone's fucking losing their shit and their money because they learned the hard way how fucking algorithms work.
And it's so funny too, because this was like right before the 5090 release for Nvidia too. I'm pretty sure that's either happening or this week. Like it's.
I was looking at someone just gloat about their Nvidia stocks like yesterday too.
About that.
Right. Anyway, anything else on that front, David?
No, those were the big things that I kind of wanted to go over real quick.
Nice. Is there anything on the game front?
Pre-orders for Dark World started. Or not Dark World, Jesus Christ.
Thor?
The new fucking Doom. Whatever the new Doom is.
Dark Ages.
Dark Ages, there we go. Jesus Christ.
Did you even talk about the Xbox stuff?
Oh, we didn't talk about the Xbox stuff.
Yeah.
We got gameplay footage of Doom.
And the Claire Obscure people, the Expedition 33, they said,
yeah,
I guess their special edition sold out almost instantly.
I mean, game's looking good.
Yeah.
Also, shout outs to Ninja Gaiden coming back. That's kind of neat.
And I just realized it. That's 3 games because they have the old school platformer, then they have the remake of 2, and now they have the new game coming out.
Yeah, and speaking of which, the remake of 2 is getting physical on PlayAsia.
Oh,
so if you want a physical of that, that's where you got to go.
Yeah, I might grab that.
And then something else well, hold on. What was all the announcements of the Xbox thing?
They had 4 announcements. That was it. And then they weren't even announced, but they had 1 announcement and 3 gameplay trailers.
Yeah.
We got Doom Dark Ages. We got Ninja Gaiden, which was the 1 announcement. Claire Obscura.
Ninja Gaiden, a new one, in Black 2 being out that day. Chow dropped, right? Was that what it was?
Right. Yeah.
And then there was one other series that they kind of talked about, but it wasn't one I gave a fuck about.
And
Um,
shout out Doom Dark Ages for like supposedly going to be released on Switch as well. Let's go.
Switch 2 or Switch?
Switch
I
2.
mean, Switch 2 probably,
That makes sense.
but no, the real kind of big thing with that is we didn't get the thing that we were all expecting is like the
Announcement
show
on
off
there?
of the multi-platform.
I don't think that's gonna show. That's not gonna happen there. I don't think.
Yeah,
Um,
Yeah,
but
it's
I
developed
don't even
for
remember what the
showcase,
fuck
it's
the
not like
other game
hardware.
was.
yeah, it's an Xbox Direct, like Xbox sold thing.
Well, they did Expedition 33, South of Midnight.
Oh, that was it, which is unfortunate. I don't know why I said I didn't care about it, because I am excited for that. It's just
David
they didn't
lied.
show anything that was like really new.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's just like more of the game. It's just like, okay, we get it. Just
Like
give it
I
to
understand
us.
what this game is. I just fucking want to play it. Give me.
Aside from that, and this is actually kind of interesting. EA's forecast for its fiscal year is getting like rocked bad right now.
I mean, who knows? Apparently, there's been leaks that they're gonna shadow drop Sims 1+2 remakes for modern PCs and consoles. So we'll see
That
what
would be
happens with
insane.
that.
So they had to slash their expectations by 50% because Dragon Age.
Shit, repeat again.
Oh,
Jesus.
because Dragon Age got fucked over. See, that bums me out too. Because Split Fiction, I say they just went gold.
Mhm.
I guess, like today or something like
Yeah.
that. And that I'm pretty sure that's like one of the EA indie initiatives, isn't it?
Right.
So I really hope that that doesn't get like put onto them somehow.
You gotta
the
sell
fault of the
7
company.
million to break us
Right.
even.
Yeah, you gotta make up for this piece of shit over here.
I don't imagine those games being too pricey because I don't think their team's that big.
Right.
But also they know what they are. Like I don't think there's a. Oop, my cats are being.
I'm
nice
just not
together.
putting anything past EA. They'll find out a way to fucking.
They'll fuck
fuck it up.
around. They'll find out,
Yeah,
and they'll fuck around, and we'll find out. Actually,
exactly. It's gonna be our fault.
yeah, because we didn't buy multiple copies of this game on each platform that we own.
Exactly. Yep. We didn't pay for all the DLC that they're offering.
What do
How
you
dare
think is the catalyst as to why Dragon Age didn't perform?
I don't know. Like, not a whole lot of people who are asking for it, right?
So, because I know that's the one that these people are like, oh, finally those woke game people, the consumers are fighting back. Which I don't think that has anything to do with it. I've always wondered. I'm like, I don't think Dragon Age is that big of an IP or it never
It's
really
not,
seemed like
like-
that huge of an IP to me.
And the weird thing, because it kind of was, and then it just kind of got quickly overshadowed by Mass Effect, because like Mass Effect continually like did decent to good. Meanwhile, Dragon Age just kind of like plateaued out. I felt like I don't know.
David, what do you have any? I don't know if you even have any care or any insight, but do you think you have a reason as to why Dragon Age just did not do the numbers it needed to do? Because it
Because they sabotaged it, honestly.
yeah.
Think about it this way: there was like no fucking advertising for that.
That's
game.
another thing I was about to say. There was like no advertising for it besides like maybe turning on your system and seeing like a little square for it somewhere or some shit.
Like in all the events that usually go into prepping up or advertising for fucking games, I swear Veilguard was not fucking talked about like literally anywhere. And even when it was initially shown off again, there was that initial fucking backlash to how different it was to everything kind of set up from in Dragon Age before.
Yeah, they
I
tried
have
to do
no
the fucking like MCU thing with it, right? They try like put poppy music or put some kind of noteworthy music that you're gonna sing along to that everyone knows. Make it quirky, make them like have some kind of like Joss Whedon dialogue. I don't know. It's like overly sanitized to a point. It's like trying to be a commercial product, but it's also not like going for a wide audience. I don't know. It's so weird. Like David said, I
Yeah.
feel like they sabotage themselves. This has to be like a money laundering
Yeah, I just-
experiment.
Yeah, because
either that or it's a situation where maybe someone higher up in the company really is fucking tired of doing that game series, or they didn't like the vision of it from the beginning. So if they,
Well, it got rebooted too, didn't it? Like I think they said like
yeah,
a few times.
Because yeah, like I was telling Kels when you were gone, I was like, I don't give credit at all to the whole like, oh, it's because it's woke. It's not. It's not
no,
literally not what one.
that has literally not been the cause of
Dragon
whether
Age is
something is
always.
woke or anti-woke or whatever. That has never been a cause of anything being successful or failure.
Yeah,
or
no
not.
one that has sex cares.
Yeah, literally the average person does not give a fuck about any of that.
That's what I
The only
said,
people
David.
that care about that, yeah.
The one thing I will say, like I've seen a lot of people say, like in the game you can't be like evil. Like all your choices are like
That's
good
dumb.
choices in it too. Yeah, like I don't know. I
I
think
was,
there's a lot of issues.
I was gonna say
and
some out of
being
pocket shit. We're good.
being woke is not the issue.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I've been so out of the loop. I just never felt like Dragon Age was that huge of an IP.
I really like Dragon Age 1. Dragon Age Origins was the
Yeah.
shit. It was a lot of fun. Dragon Age 2 I thought was doo-doo poo-poo, and everyone else was like, oh, it's fine. I thought I was the crazy person. in the
Inquisition
room
won
being
Game
like,
of the Year. Remember that?
Yeah.
Inquisition sucked ass too. I didn't like the first one's the only one I like out of them.
Inquisition
All
won
the
Game
other
of the
ones-
Year.
Yeah, all the other ones, I'm the crazy man being like, this shit sucks.
But
Oh.
I think putting it in perspective is BioWare has to hit it out of the park with Mass Effect, the next one, and if they don't, I don't think that studio lasts.
People have been saying that for like the past few games, though.
But like,
I mean, to
Mass
be
Effect,
fair, Andromeda really was the
Anthem,
hard downward slope.
Andromeda, Anthem, and now Dragon Age.
Yep. Not
I-
looking
At a
good.
certain point, they have to cut and be like, you are not what you were. Which, granted, truthfully, they're not. There is almost no one at BioWare now.
It's a
that
name.
were-
Yeah.
yeah.
It's funny too. I've heard good things about the Old Republic Star Wars video game since it's left BioWare's grasp. Like I guess it's been getting like, a lot of good improvements for like players.
Yup.
It buzzes me out because I do want to go. Like I really want to go back and play some of the Mass Effect games.
Yes,
Oh, for
I've been
sure.
getting the itch.
I know. I've been looking at it on the Steam Deck. I'm like, that seems kind of fun right now. But
Those are some games I wouldn't mind getting like a complete remake. That'd be so sick. Give me that. I don't want a new Mass Effect. Just completely remake the trilogy.
dude, you
And
know,
make them one consistent game. Just give me
Yeah.
one 400-hour game.
Mass Effect.
Yep. Yeah.
And capitalize the mass part and then lowercase the effect. Mass effect. To emphasize the fact that it's a 400-hour game.
Yeah, dude, you know what was so good was that Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. You guys ever play that?
A little bit.
No.
Yeah.
I fucked with that one.
No, I never touched 3.
You never played 3?
No, I've never played 3.
Huh.
I
You gave
played 2
somebody
and then I was
three.
like, it was fine, but it wasn't. I never finished it, to be fair. In my defense, I never finished 2. When everyone started talking about the suicide mission, I'm like, what
It's
the fuck are you talking
literally
about?
one of the coolest video game moments ever.
And I realized that, but I really hated at the
was
time how different
heartbroken.
Mass Effect 2 was from Mass Effect 1. So that's why I
It's
never
so
finished
funny
it.
how dumb you are.
No, here's the thing. I played Mass Effect because it was an FPS
You stupid
RPG.
brain.
And then playing fucking Mass Effect was like, oh, it's just a shooter. They basically got rid of all the RPG mechanics, and I fucking hated it for that.
You get to throw curveball gravity wells though. That shit's sick.
Mass Effect 2.
But they got rid of all the RPG mechanics for the most part. I did not like it. Also, everyone say what you want. I fucking love the Mako parts of the original game.
Again, I love how stupid you are, dude. It brings a good quality as podcast.
Nah, y'all just don't appreciate fucking culture.
I
when
swear
you see
David
it.
got upset when they fixed part of Mass Effect. I remember that too. It's like, they fixed all this. Like, what do you mean they fixed it? It was
Take
fine.
out all the dumb shit parts.
Yeah, that's
And I
literally what he
fucking
said.
hated this. What do you mean?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think it's literally a verbatim
That,
quote.
that was like 100% what I said.
That was like, hey,
because
David,
when
they
I
fixed
heard
all
how
this
much
shit.
they adjusted
What do you mean
the
they
Mako
fixed it? It was
parts
great.
yeah. Shit was fucking peak. I don't know why you fucked with
Shit
it.
was peak. Didn't even finish 2. Didn't even touch 3.
No. And then I went and played Andromeda, and then I hated life. I bought that. I took fucking time off from work to play that on
Why would you
launch.
take off work for Andromeda when you didn't get through fucking 3?
Because I was all like, all right, maybe they fixed shit. Maybe we're going back. And then I played Orange Screen Simulator, and it was fucking horrible.
See, so go back to earlier podcast. So that was a time where I did not talk to David, which is for good reason. Because if I did, I'd be like, that's a dumb fuck situation you just put yourself in. Just taking off work for Andromeda when you're like, you didn't even you didn't get to the end of 2, didn't play 3 at all. And I didn't know that. I thought you actually played through the trilogy.
No, I never touched 3.
Whew.
And I didn't finish 2.
That's
Yeah,
fucking-
no, I definitely pre-ordered Andromeda and had high expectations for that one.
Yeah, I had a fucking
remember
top of the line gaming PC at that point. I played on PC. It was like, why are like almost half the textures not loading? Why do I have to play this game predominantly with an orange screen in order to scan all these fucking resources?
Kels, how incredible is that suicide mission?
Oh, I told you the first time I played it, I cried. I was like, wait,
Yeah, dude.
what? 'Cause
Dude,
I lost everyone. I think it was like me and Garrus. We were like the,
the
only
bros,
two left.
like just PTSD bros.
Because I'm pretty sure it was just me and him. I was just, I was like, what the fuck just happened? Because everyone is fucking
the
annihilated.
imagine of just you're crying because you're like, I just fucked my entire save.
And I seriously did. I went back and I restarted the whole game. I was like, I gotta fix this.
I wish
There's
you-
another way.
I wish you did it actually. I would love to know how your Mass Effect 3 situation went. If it's just you and Garrus being the homies, like, all right, let's keep doing our shit, I guess.
Hey, remember that one dude? Yeah, that was crazy.
Dude.
Remember
But-
Thane? Yeah, R.I.P.
So, dude, so I went, unfortunately, like, not to rub it in your face, but I went, everyone survived mine.
Yeah, no, I went back and saved everyone. I was like, all right, we're running this shit back.
That-
There's no way.
I've told the story, but I remember that moment specifically where we got to there and it was like your first decision. It was like, who do you let do this? I had to pause the game and like pace around my living room because I was like, I know my girl Tally can do this. I don't want to put her through that though. So who the fuck do I have do this? Yeah, but man, that suicide mission song, you know the one. Yeah, dude, when that hits, I mean, you were probably feeling a whole different emotion than I was our first playthrough then. Because I'm over here like, this is epic, this is fucking incredible, and you're over here sobbing like, everyone's dead.
Yeah, because they just slowly, one by one, you get to see how they horrifically die. You're like, whoa, what?
I forgot about that. Fuck. Oh man,
'Cause
what?
it's like those Star Wars deaths. Like you see it like cuts to them, then there's like an explosion. You're like, did they just fucking die?
I kind of want to watch it. And I kind of don't want to watch it because I kind of want to just like forget exactly how that goes out. Cause I've definitely seen it before, but I want to forget about it because I want to experience that again, dude. The Suicide Mission is like one of the greatest moments of video games for me. Like that
Yeah,
was
it's
like
up there.
life changing for me because I was like, that was not the kind of game I ever played. It's fucking incredible.
And then like on further reflection, it's like, god damn, you spend like, how long would you say that game is? Like expect, because the whole key to it is you have to do all their side missions and shit. And you
I
have to
think
get the
that
ship
how long
fully
to beat
upgraded.
for main plus extras like 50, 60 hours.
Yeah, so you spend probably about 40 to 50 hours just getting to the suicide mission. I feel like.
Yeah,
Presuming you
and-
didn't play the first game with it, because then that's like 140 hours at that point.
Right. So you spend all that time with the game to this, and it's past what you think is like the climax too, because it kind of like, so it's kind of like you're almost on the downswing of the game, and then all of a sudden you just kind of jettison it again.
God, dude. I don't know. Like I understand. In your position, I absolutely would have done the same. But I kind of wish you just like said, "Fuck it, we go," and just ball out with Mass Effect 3 to see how that went.
Couldn't do it, dude. I'm not leaving Tally behind.
That's fair, dude. That's how I was. I was like, I can't leave my people around. I think actually the first time I really liked Tally. I think I actually romanced Jack first.
Hmm.
But I didn't know who
it was
Tally
Romance
was.
Tally.
Yeah, no,
I
went
gained a
Tally
massive
all the way.
appreciation for Tally afterwards, and I was like, oh wait a second, no, this is true waifu.
Yeah, there's my shy little emo girl over here.
Yeah.
Got my rude bitch fucking captain.
uh,
God damn it.
Or sometimes the Asari is an okay choice, but
overplayed.
Yeah, she kind of scares me. I have to keep an eye on that.
when
one.
they're too DTF, I don't know how I feel about that.
No, I remember I just remember all those news stories about the first Mass Effect having a sex scene, and it upset the conservatives.
Hoes mad, hoes mad.
Let
Absolutely.
me fuck the Krogan, god damn it.
I need that Thundercock. Where is it?
Who were some of the other options again? It was Tally, Jack, or I'm blanking. Miranda. I love the cover of Mass Effect 2. It looks so dumb sci-fi.
And I can't remember the Ansari's name in that one.
I don't remember it either, honestly.
I need to go back and play that.
And then you can hook up with some of the dudes as well.
Dude, I'll just, man, I think
Yeah, because like Caden was an option, Garrus was an option.
I don't think you could fuck Morden.
No.
no, he fucks himself at the end.
Unfortunately.
Dude, I was say like
Pretty.
that ending is like that whole wrap up in 3 is one of the ones that sticks with me where I'm like, that was a payoff. Damn, I need to play through that series again. I'm the opposite, David. I just don't want to play 1. I just want to jump to 2 and
I
then play
fucking
3.
love
Right.
1. 1 was peak.
You're so fucking weird, dude. I don't get it.
What? Because 1 was an actual RPG FPS. The others
Were
basically
fun.
got rid of the RPG elements.
Yeah, the others were fun.
No, the others were just shooters. And that's lame and boring.
Okay.
I can play a million other fucking shooters.
No, you can't. You
Yeah,
can't even
those
name me.
suck ass.
You can't even name me a million shooters.
Fuck, he's got me there.
Anything else?
Nothing I can think of.
No, it's been a quiet gaming front. I imagine as we approach April, we'll get a lot more shit to talk about.
Right.
Yeah, no joke, especially with the literal Switch 2 announcement.
No. Yeah, there was a murmur that
Oh, man.
companies are not allowed to announce anything that they have for Switch 2 basically until that April date.
Really quick, I'm so sorry.
Yep.
He's been talking, but something's been cut off on OBS. So I haven't been seeing. My bad.
Oh shit.
They did ask me to ban David. Okay.
No.
Done.
Abag said I agree. Mako is cool. Still ban David.
Wow.
Yeah, the part in the conference. So they said the part where they gather in the conference room and a Suicide Mission song hits is peak. Dude, it's so good. Like the first few notes of the Suicide Mission going in, and you just have your crew there, and you guys are like, "All right, let's fucking do this." I'm like, "Oh, bro, that's so hard, that's so crazy," and then they die, kills, right? Moments before disaster.
Right before disaster hits.
Dude, I couldn't imagine how my playthrough would. I probably would have freaked the fuck out. That's unfortunate. How did you take 3 though? Did you enjoy it up until the end?
Yeah. No, I enjoyed 3.
How'd you like the choice of color?
3's really interesting too because like it's so funny. Like if you didn't like 2, David, then you'll absolutely hate 3 because 3 is like, okay, now we're actually fighting the Reapers as they're like coming in, landing on planets and shit.
It's so fucking sick sometimes though, dude. Those set
It is.
pieces.
Yeah, they have some big ass set pieces like Gears of War 3 type. It was around that same era actually.
You know,
like,
no,
big
it
invasion set pieces.
reminds me of like in Halo 3, right? When the scarabs are
Yeah.
running through and you're running around everywhere
Yeah.
like that. There was some dope
Yeah.
ass set pieces like that.
It's one of those things. I might be more receptive to it now, but just at the time, like this is not what I signed up for. This is not why I liked Mass Effect.
Oh no, it ramped up by like 100 for 3.
It was
Oh
fun.
yeah, and then in 3 is 3 the one where you get the ship's AI as like a partner as well, Edie. I'm
Yes.
pretty sure Edie's in 3. Yeah, you get the sexy AI robot.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
New waifu unlocked.
That's fair.
Never enough waifus.
I've been there's just so many fucking games I want to play through. But then when I get to the point where I sit down, I'm like, all right, time to do something. I'm just like, no, I'm good. But man, like I've been wanting to go through Halo again, obviously. Gears of War for sure is something I've been wanting to like really get through. They even though I guess they announced it last year, but I guess they just posted about this year, which is weird. Worst before I mentioned that. People Can Fly are co-developing Gears E-Day.
Yeah, because before it was just the coalition. They didn't have People May Fly doing the co-production or
Right.
co-developing.
So it really, the way they're talking about it, I think they're taking the criticism of Gears 5 to heart, and they're like Gears E-Day is like going back to what Gears is.
It makes me wonder though, like what it means for it though too, right? Like, are they working on? So is like one studio working on multiplayer and one studio working on like the solo campaign, or are
I
they
always
both
wonder
tag teaming
when
the
they always have like
campaign?
multiple studios working on it, like how collaborative it is in one form. I could see it being that way.
Because do we know yet if this one has multiplayer?
I'd
It would
imagine it
have
has to. It has to.
Yeah, it's like synonymous with Gears at this point. Even
Right.
Judgment Day game had it.
Judgment had free for all, which is so weird to me. But yeah, no, I'm excited just because the way they're shaping it up. They're like, hey, Gears 5 definitely went a way that and they're not saying this right, but just the way it's insinuating, just the way it's written is like Gears 5 was not the way. Gears E-Day, we're going back to the roots, baby, and I think that's needed because close up some corridors, make it a linear ass game, and make it look pretty as fuck because it will look like that.
Look, speaking of someone that has finished Gears of War 5 and has beaten that game, too fucking glitchy for my liking. What a weird mess that game was.
I am very excited for you to play through 3 one day, David, because I know because you played 1 and you played 2, right? Or you're not.
I played 1, I played 2, and I played Judgment Day.
You fucking
Jesus.
Oh my god!
It's like that meme of the guy digging through the mine and diamonds are right there on the other side of the wall, but you turn around and you head the fuck back out.
Dude. 3 will make grown men cry.
3 is like a masterclass in like the trilogies. Like if they ended at 3, I think Gears would be up there as like one of the greatest trilogies of all time.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Also, real quick, for anyone that is not familiar with the joke when I make that joke, my experience with Gears of War 5 is literally hopping in with Adrian and with Chris on the last 2 missions of the game and going in blind. And then
Why
I
did
clipped
you do
through
that?
the vehicle during that segment. And so they ran off without me as I immediately died and was unrecoverable during a fucking gunner segment in the back of a vehicle. And then I got to see the big decision at the end of the game. And that was my experience with Gears of War 5. That is all I know of that game.
Yeah, so to continue your meme, Kells, he definitely went the way he went, didn't even see the diamond, just like right there,
right there.
And booked it all the way that way. 3 is
so close.
incredible, David. Like, it hits so many peaks storytelling. It's so funny because Gears has always been when especially during the like console war kids, right? It's always like been relegated like the bro shooter, and like okay, there's just dumb big dudes. The story is so fucking good. Like it's so many payoffs. Like it's like they really planned for Gears 3 to be the last Gears ever, and just really wrapped up everything in like the most satisfying bow you could.
Yeah, because they hit like so many points. They hit like before, in between, like little spots in between the story. Side characters you'll get some backstory on. Set pieces will like fill out backstory for more characters. It's like this is perfect,
dude. And that scene, all I gotta say is that. I mean, everyone that's played Gears 3 knows that when I say that scene, I've gone back and watched it a few times. It's immaculate. Like you can tell that's a scene that like, like when you see a movie that and it's like it has a big moment and you just know you're like, yeah, that the person that like like envisioned this and wrote this had this in their mind for years. That's kind of what that scene feels like to me. It's like, yeah, it's something that's like been brewing in their head for a long, 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 long time, and finally it got out there, and it's literally like what you. I'm sure it's exactly what they imagined because it just hits so
Right, probably like
amazingly.
one of those plot points that they knew that they were going to get to, just not how or
They've
when they were going to get
they've
to it.
known about it since I'm sure they created the character, right?
Right.
Um, and yeah, just hitting that point, dude. It's like one of the best moments just ever. It's crazy. It Yeah, I bet because I never played Gears of War. Gonna give it a try now. Absolutely. If you have friends to play with, fantastic. Even too, it's an amazing co-op
Hmm.
game.
For
Um,
sure.
and the cool thing
Agreed.
is, like a lot of games when they become co-op, just, they lose the story. Gears of War I think plays into that co-op really well, and you get a lot out of it. If anything, you get a little bit more because in
Yeah, like
co-op
almost enhances it.
you'll split a lot. So like maybe you'll go with Coltrane and someone else will go with Baird, and they'll each have their own individual like conversations alongside that too, which is cool.
And you get those characters' backstories too. Like in 3, you find out more about Cole. What's the fucking game? Not is it Smash
Thrash
Ball?
Ball.
I can't remember. Thrash Ball. Yeah, you get the like. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna
It's just so
spoil too
good,
much.
dude. It's
So
so
good.
good. The multiplayer also is fucking peak. Like that game is just it's so deserving of its high accolades. Abak also asked, "Have you all played Transformers: Fall of Cybertron? Just finished it. It was pretty dope. I heard really
Oh
good things
yeah,
about it.
no, those were my games back in the day. So fucking
Yeah, I
good.
never played
The
it myself.
multiplayer for those were good too.
Hell yeah. Gears of War, something I need to play.
Chalk it
So
up.
many games, so little time.
I did like a few months back, just go through and finish Act 1 of Gears of War 1 because I was feeling it. I want to play through Gears 2 as well, though. I remember Gears 2 having some crazy moments. Uh, yeah, dude, I keep thinking about Gears 3 now. Like, dude, Ty, motherfucker, dude, crazy
Yeah,
shit.
no, Gears 3 is up there for me. It's so fun.
I'm excited, dude. I feel like you're gonna view Gears a lot differently and a lot higher of a respect once you play Gears 3.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure of that. Is that it? Are we wrapping up?
I think so.
I think that's it.
All right. I think the quality of it kind of fixed itself, I guess. I went back to 0 drop frames, no more clip outs. That's because we stopped jinxing it, so that's fair. David, send us out of the podcast.
Remember, always eat your Wheaties and always rebel. That's it. Just eat your Wheaties and rebel.
That's fair.
Remember to keep your brown eye clean.
That's right. Always keep the Eye of Sauron at the ready.
Exactly. All right. Anyone in the stream chat, much appreciated. We're out. Adios.